So this is Henry Frederick of NSBnews.net, and we're here with Myron Hammond of Edgewater Towing. What's the full title?
Edgewater, well, it's Edgewater Garage Inc., DBA Edgewater Towing and Recovery.
And you have a second business here?
Myron's Auto Service.
And the address here is?
2033 South Ridgewood.
So, Myron, where are we going?
We're going down to Beacon Light Road down near Oak Hill. I have a customer who's broken down.
What kind of a vehicle?
It's one of my contracted sales. I think it's Glass Doctors, and I got to go pick them up. Apparently, they either had some mechanical problem, so I'm headed down to get them.
Now, what's the intersection here that's closest? This is US 1 and...
This is US 1 and Falcon.
What kind of vehicle is it? You said it's for a customer. Is it a commercial customer?
It's a commercial customer. A van. They're Glass Doctors. It's their glass truck going out putting windshields and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. And where are we going?
We're going to head down towards Beacon Light Road. They're somewhere alongside the road down there.
So how far is the distance is that from the location where we took off?
Probably going to be about 4 or 5 miles, roughly. It's all in where they're at. They told me it was down there parked alongside the road. So I got to go down and pick it up. With the economy the way it is right now, Kennedy Space Center is shutting down.
Yeah, you have a lot of people from this area that work down there but live up here in New Smyrna, Edgewater, Oak Hill. That's
right. And we have Boston Whaler only running about half capacity. Tarmac shut down, Coronado Paint shut down, Edgewater Power Boats, Edgewater Boats only running a quarter. There's just no industry here, and people are moving out. There's foreclosure, so I can't manufacture work. I can only service what's here.
It's kind of ironic while we're talking about the economy and business being shut down, we're driving by a cemetery.
Yeah.
But now, you're a family guy. You got a wife and 3 children. Youngest one, what, 20 in college?
Correct.
Where's she going to school?
Daytona State College.
And your wife is a teacher. She's a nurse. She teaches at the college. Is that correct?
She just started teaching at the college this year. And
so you're still a 2-family income home.
Oh gosh, if it wasn't for my wife, we'd be really in bad shape.
Now, you've got quite an investment in the fleet. How many trucks did you tell me you have?
12 or 13 total.
And what would you say your total investment in the fleet is?
To go buy it all now, you'd be over well, the big heavies, right now my investment's probably about $500,000 on just vehicles. And
you have how many employees on the road?
On the road?
Yeah, the guys that go out with the towing?
7, 8 including myself. They only use me for emergencies because of the other business also.
Now you also have staff in the office?
Yes, sir.
You have a dispatcher or you have a rotation for that?
I have a dispatcher and I have an office manager who they both rotate on dispatching, and then I have dispatch at night, dispatchers then to keep it 24/7. So it's a 24-hour operation.
Now we're talking. You said that with this situation with the city of Edgewater, that you'd be losing 2/3 of your police services.
Yes,
and that's what, about 20 to 30% of your overall business?
Correct. I mean, we put it out and figured out we're going to lose a minimum with the economy if it stays, how do you say it, like it is. If it doesn't drop anymore, and it's been steadily rolling back for the past 3 years. Well, actually, it's been rolling back.
Unemployment's pretty bad in Volusia County, above the state average.
Oh.
Foreclosures are still pretty high. No money's really moving locally.
Nothing's moving. I mean, Space Center's shut down. That was real good customers. We have Boston Whaler. They're only running about half. We had Coronado Paint that's moved out. We've had Tarmac move out. We got Edgewater Power Boats, Edgewater
So
Boats.
you would go from having a full service contract with the city for police services and down by losing 2/3 of that to 2 other tow operators.
And they're outside. One's outside the city. It would be basically...
Is that Universal?
Universal, there's, my opinion, some finagling going on with the city and Universal to get them in here. They're supposed to be buying a lot, and right now the contract keeps getting... We had a deadline by the 20th, August the 20th. Everybody had to have everything in. Universal didn't. As they got an extension to the 29th, they didn't. We went to a meeting on the 19th. They said they had a lease agreement with another property owner. I phoned the property owner, and he said there is no agreement. He has a contract, but it has never been
So
signed.
as of today, Saturday, 2 days before this big showdown Monday, that's not in place, to your knowledge.
It's not in place to my knowledge.
Now, Universal is the one that's with the county, and of course they're all over the county now.
Yeah.
Who's the other party that's involved in this? Who would be taking your other third?
Bishop's Wrecker Service, and
Now, is that Roy Bishop?
that's Roy Bishop. Yes, sir.
His wife is
Samantha Bishop, and she's in with the Southeast.
right, Southeast Volusia Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
She's a director.
Correct.
Been on the job about a little over a year now. Where are we now anyway? Volco and...
We're at Volco and Beacon Light Road.
So how far now are we to the...
They said it's somewhere down, so I just have to drive until I can spot the van.
All right, back to what's at hand here with the story. So Bishop's Towing. Now, did he have service with the city of Edgewater?
No, he doesn't have any service.
Does he have his business in the city of Edgewater?
No.
I mean, what can he do that you can't do?
Nothing. I mean, he's just...
So what's the story with that particular part of it?
This is just my opinion. The city manager,
Tracy Barlow.
Tracy Barlow, is trying to get businesses in for the city. He says Universal is a business and Bishop's is a business that's outside the city. And they need to come in.
For clarification for the viewers for this report, Universal has a contract with Volusia County for the Sheriff's Patrol, and of course, you know, they're pretty much moving into a lot of the markets they took over in New Smyrna Beach. Didn't you and Roy Bishop lose some customers there too because of that?
We had it 50-50 per se. I mean, I won't say
you and Bishop.
Yeah, Roy did more tows than I did.
Right.
But I mean,
but it was pretty even.
Yeah.
And what happened? Universal came in?
Universal came in. They said they want to take all the police calls in all the cities.
So how much did you lose in New Smyrna Beach?
Well, we went from 50% to a third.
And what about Mr. Bishop?
The same thing. I mean, we all got cut from 50%.
So it's 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3?
Yes, sir.
So Universal has 1/3.
Yes, they came in. They had no ties or anything with the city, but they're taking a third of the business.
Did they outmaneuver you with bidding?
No, there was no bidding involved. They just came in and said they deserve it also, and they took it, like they've done.
Is it because of the switch from RCC Communications to Sheriff's Dispatch?
Well, that's another issue that's coming up. The city manager, Tracy Barlow, said in the meeting that since Universal Towing is tied in real tight with the county, it would behoove us to have them in because they know how the county works since we're going over to their dispatching. And I totally disagree because Universal pays the county in the Southeast District $67.50 for every police tow that the county does. In the Northeast District, he pays $78.25 back to the county for every tow. And we can't afford it. I mean, there's there's about 8 tow companies that took a hit 5.5 years ago when Universal came in and said they'd pay the county back for each tow.
Now, you also lost the contract in Oak Hill recently.
Oh, we lost the contract
when
in
the
Oak Hill.
police department's demise going to the sheriff's office?
It went over to Universal Towing because they tow for the county.
Did you have a contract with Oak Hill for that?
Yes, we had it.
And it became void because of the police department's demise?
Yes, sir.
And that wasn't that long ago.
That's only about a month
August.
or so ago.
Yeah.
And so we've lost that.
So between what you lost in New Smyrna Beach, you went from half to a third there, you completely lost what you had in Oak Hill, and now the expectation is that you're supposed to drop 2/3 of your police towing abilities in Edgewater. How crippling is that to your operation?
Well, losing the county, that was 5.5 years ago. That took out over $100,000 a year. Now, if we lose, losing
well, what about when you lose New Smyrna and Oak Hill? How much did that kill you?
New Smyrna, and that when Universal came in, we probably lost somewhere in the neighborhood.
That was last year.
$60,000 to $80,000.
And what about Oak Hill?
That's combined.
Right.
And then now, if I lose to the lose 2/3 of this, I'm going to lose over $80,000 again. And we've been trying to readjust.
So we're talking about $160,000 to $200,000?
Oh, it's more than that total over the years. You're talking $100,000. Yeah, 260. It's just.
So going back several years, you're talking easily $250,000 you've lost.
Oh yes.